Welcome to
11.
at 11.
So, Goblin, what are your top three cities?
Number one, NYC.
Never heard of it.
Number two, yeah. Number two, I feel like you have to say LA, even though I've kind of fallen out of love with it, but I'll say LA. And number three, I will go with, huh. Well, Troy is technically a city, am I right? I'll go with, this is kind of tough. Ooh, Boston. I'll go with Boston. Yeah,
Oh,
Boston number three.
God, what? Oh, you could have just said another borough
I
of New
got it.
York.
Yeah, right.
Boston's trash. Oh, those are your top three?
You're like Amsterdam.
New York, LA, and Boston. Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, number one, Amsterdam. I stand by that.
Okay.
You ever been?
Nope.
Beautiful, man. All in canals.
Someday.
Yeah. Number one city is definitely Amsterdam. Number two, yeah, it's probably New York. Number three. Damn, what city would I say is number three? Yeah, this is a tough one. It's not Boston.
Berlin.
I know that. No, I've never been to Berlin. I've been to a bunch of cities in Germany, like every other major city except for Berlin. Number three would probably be cities that I love. Shoot, this is tough.
I told you.
Never been to LA. LA sounds terrible though. I'm trying to think Northeast. Yeah, I
It
don't.
is kind of bad, but it's also pretty OD. So
I guess like it's hep as fuck, but probably Utrecht or not Utrecht, Ypres in Belgium.
oh, my favorite. Yeah.
It's it's where the Somme, the first civil war, where they all fought. It was just such a cool little city. Had a huge church in the middle.
Well, I'll
It
take
was
your word
nice,
for it.
but no, yeah, it was that's hep as hell. If I didn't go the hep one, I probably would have went I don't know, Lansingburg. No, if I didn't go that, if I didn't go hep I probably would have went probably Charleston,
Metropolis.
South
Charleston.
Carolina.
Interesting. Okay, fair enough.
Asheville's cool
Fair
too,
enough.
but yeah, spoken just U.S.
I could have said Miami, I suppose.
Never been to Miami. Never been to Miami.
Yeah,
Never been
Miami's-
to L.A. too. Yeah, I hear L.A. is terrible. That's funny you named it as one of your top.
Actually, yeah, I'm
People hate
almost
that
about
city.
to switch. I'm about to switch LA to third instead of second. But
Like,
I don't know. Boston, I always hated just because I get lost every time I go to Boston.
I mean, it makes no sense. It was
And-
built for horses. It's like Five Eye in
Exactly.
Manhattan.
And second of all, I hate their sports teams so much that there was just no way I was going to love their city. But to be honest, over the past couple years, I've gone to Boston now enough times where like it grew on me. It's
But
it's a nice little.
we weren't even in Boston when we went to Boston. We were visiting Eamon.
No, but I've been to Boston like several times.
Yeah, but you've also visited Eamon several times.
Yeah, but I'm not even counting Davis. I'm counting like legit Boston. Like Boston
Boston is
proper.
like 5 blocks. It's such a small city.
It
You know,
doesn't
the whole thing fits in Central Park. Everybody likes to talk about the rest is Boston. They're like, Alston's Boston.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all
not
I
even
got.
talking about all that. I'm talking
Cambridge is
about
Boston.
I'm talking about Boston proper. I think it's super OD. Like I could totally see myself living there as a young adult and ODing.
Oh, so like 10 years ago.
Yeah, 110.
Sure you like Boston that much? That's weird as shit.
Yeah, it grew on me. Like I was surprised because I never expected to like Boston ever. But
I
the
lived
more
there for 4
the
months
more-
when I was an intern right downtown. State Street Advisors, right at South Station. That's where I worked.
Yeah, Boston's
Horrible. I
Boston's
hated
the
it.
shit.
Because I was between New York and Boston because I interned in New York and then I interned in Boston.
Well, I wouldn't do that, but
Yeah, because you're like, oh, it's
Boston.
New York.
yeah, but Boston in a vacuum is OD. But let's be 100.
Nobody likes
clear here.
Chicago.
New York is way beyond any other city ever. In
No,
terms of
I would
OD.
live in Amsterdam over New York, without a doubt.
Well, sayonara.
Oh yeah, because that's how it works. No, I live in Amsterdam over New York. New York's cool, man, but like the older you get, the more you realize they're just screwing you. and screwing you. You have to
Yeah,
make
I
like $1
guess there's
million
a.
to live here, like income a
Well, yeah,
year.
I mean
It's
that's why
insane.
that's why I haven't moved
And
down. That's why I
even when
haven't
you
moved down.
even when you
But
do, like, because people when they visit New York, they're like, oh yeah, well, let's do this, let's do that. But like, even the $1 million makers in New York who are living in their penthouses overlooking Central Park, they're still watching Netflix. They're turning The
yeah, of
Office.
course.
They
I
go
mean,
to work and
I
they come
come
home.
down
They're
to
like, what the hell?
I come down to New York all the time, and all I do is play 2K. So
Oh wow, okay, so we're making this about me. But I'm just saying, like, it's a cool city, but they dude, the subways just went up again, and they're planning on going up 2 more times this year, and literally service is shit. Like they're
at least you have Uber. Am I right?
yeah, that'll be cheap. That helps me get to work, dude. My subway station
No, I'm
right out
just
here. I'm one stop from Manhattan. They don't even have they don't even let me know like when the cars are coming. It's ridiculous. This city
that's
is
not
just
possible. Use
they
Google. Google
no
Map.
Google doesn't tell you how far the cars are between each other.
Yeah, it does. It tells you when the next one's on its way.
Yeah, but that's based on the schedule that they publish,
Right.
which is a joke.
I mean, I've always had good luck with it, but what do I know?
Where
Wherever.
in
I've
Manhattan?
never.
Come to Queensboro Plaza. I'll tell you. You won't be able to predict it within 5 minutes.
Dude, how many times have I been to your place and I've never like missed a train or anything.
Yeah, because they still come. It's not
Yeah,
like you're like, oh, I missed it, so I gotta wait forever. But I'm saying like in rush hour or something like that, they come 10 minutes late every time with a NW right here at Queensbridge, and then you gotta wait because like you couldn't even get on that train because it's 10 minutes late. It was 10 minutes late, backed up. Then everybody gets on, get off. It delays all the trains. You can't get on. You gotta wait for the next one. You're already looking at being like 20 minutes late to work. Not
I
that I go,
guess.
but
I don't know. I didn't really have that much of a problem when I was living in New York during rush
oh,
hour.
I had to
But
throw that in. Huh?
no, I'm just saying it was best.
Weren't you living in Manhattan?
I was living in Fidei, commuting
Yeah, I
to
live in
Brooklyn,
Friday, right? Yeah.
but yeah, so it's a little bit different, I guess. But I don't know. That was like one of the best times of my life. No, G.
Yeah, because I think everybody should try to live in New York. I think it's I mean it's really cool. But after being here for six and change, I'm starting to become that old
Yeah, I
weather
guess
man.
I could see yourself tiring out from it, but I think if you're rich enough, you shouldn't tire out because the rat racy type stuff doesn't consume you as much. Like, think about the people that are rich enough to have a parking spot and a car and live in
I mean
Manhattan.
I mean we don't live in Manhattan, but we're one stop away and we have a car and a parking spot.
Well, think about like if you were rich enough to not only have a car, but to have a car with a parking spot in Manhattan, in a nice place, central to a lot of stuff that you're not super reliant on subways for, and you can afford to like street park and like actually drive around the city slash be around some major subway spots that don't shut down all the time and be able to afford Uber at your convenience. I
I
think
mean,
that
what
would
you're
be like
talking about
what.
is essentially my lifestyle. Like I afford quote unquote right Uber at my convenience. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of perks and especially if you're rich. But I mean, dude, if I was that rich, I don't know, I would like go have a fucking farm. Like I miss
What?
I just dude, there's things here that you don't understand that you miss after a while. Like I don't see animals, I don't see
Yeah, no,
trees
but
really. I don't see
I think
anything.
I think that's part of the charm of the city is like when you actually do leave for a weekend.
Oh yeah,
Like when I was living down in New York and I left to come home and visit every once in a while, I would just literally just look out my window and be like, "Damn," So
no, Hunter. No, that is one thing. Like even when I bitch about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I really want to get out of here, dude. Yeah, even when I came up last weekend, as soon as you drive away and you don't see those buildings anymore, you're like, how the fuck do people do this up here?
yeah,
It's
it's
such a
crazy.
weird love-hate relationship. Also,
Yeah.
remember, I'm a pretty conservative political guy, so living down here, I'm just kind of like, you fucking idiots. But I mean, no, it is funny. That is funny you mention
But
that
I
because
just
yeah, it's as soon as you stop seeing the skyscrapers, you're like, this is fucking weird.
right. And meanwhile, people in LA are like stuck in traffic all day long. They live so far from each other.
But what does LA have
Um,
to offer?
well, LA has a lot
I'm
of the
just curious because
same
you named
perks.
LA.
Yeah, LA has a lot of the same perks, quote unquote, that somewhere like New York would have. And I say that in terms of things that you don't give two shits about. For example, major major high-end retailers that you just cannot find anywhere other than LA and New York. Major, even like niche chains or niche companies and businesses that start in LA and New York and then eventually can grow out elsewhere. But like you'll find like these little nitty-gritty type stuff that you might not find elsewhere. Um, the other draw to LA is obviously the whole Hollywood entertainment, beautiful thing going for it. So that's a factor.
That all sounds terrible.
If you would,
Yeah, I would. Right.
You would not have LA anywhere near your top anything.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
But
that's essentially what I've heard from people that even go to LA. They're like, Zach, you would fucking hate it here. Even if they like it, they're just like, yeah, you'd fucking hate it.
You would not like LA at all because you're not like obsessive over palm trees. Like palm trees are my favorite tree of all time. That weather, there's nothing that beats that weather. The
I'm a
beaches, the the whole surfer dude attitude. Like I'm a big fan of that. But yeah, for you, it's not for you for sure. That's